Does this face make you uncomfortable? What about this face? What about this face? If you said yes to any of the above photos, you may have just run into the Uncanny Valley effect. Boo! Hi! This last face is actually just me, but very highly edited. For proof. Yeah, if I have your attention, keep on listening, because this is something that I've wanted to talk about. And I recently got reminded of it because of the new trend that's been going around, where people are doing their makeup to try and evoke the Uncanny Valley effect. Anyways, seeing this trend reminded me of a study I saw recently where it showed that people have an immediate negative response to people with facial disfigurements. I'm going to read a little bit of the article right here. It says, in sum, the authors found that people have implicit negative biases against people with disfigured faces without knowingly harboring such biases. The diminished neural responses in the anterior cingulate cortex suggest that people are less empathetic when looking at individuals with disfigurement. This is also a potential neural marker of dehumanization, as diminished neural responses in the anterior cingulate cortex is also observed in response to other stigmatized people, such as the homeless and drug addicts. I'll link the article in full down below in case any of you guys want to read it yourselves. Now, the article didn't outright state this, but my takeaway from seeing that research was that people get some Uncanny Valley effect from seeing faces like mine. And we see this a lot with horror shows, or horror games, or horror genre in general, where people or villains will have facial disfigurements, or faces will be shown to be not quite right in a way to unsettle people. I don't know if you noticed, but the two faces I showed before mine at the beginning of the video actually came from the Mandela catalog, like some spin-off games from that I watched Jacksepticeye and Markiplier play. Okay, I didn't say that wrong. It's all connected, is what I'm noticing and seeing, and especially with this Uncanny Valley type of horror genre that we have going around right now. I am just aware, and I sometimes see, like with those game photos that I showed in the first clip, that first photo I saw, and it looked like my jaw, and honestly, I get that people, like, it's all fun and games, and no one means to hurt anyone. But I saw that first photo, and I was like, oh, that looks like my face. Sad. Or it looks like someone that has the same condition I have, which is called golden heart syndrome. And it just reminds me that people get that kind of immediate negative reaction without even realizing it when they meet people like me. Or when they see our faces. That's why we get some of those stares out in public that really bother the hell out of people with facial differences. Or, like, other kids getting scared of us and stuff. That's what that is. So why am I saying all this? This is not to take away your fun. Please don't see it as that. I am also a horror game enjoyer. I like watching people do Let's Plays of horror games and whatnot. I am just also a horror enjoyer that has a face that evokes the Uncanny Valley effect. And since I became aware of it, I wanted to also make some of you guys aware of it, so you could just be aware of the implicit negative bias immediately that you have sometimes upon seeing faces like mine, and so maybe if you're aware of it, you'll be able to unlearn some of that bias, because we have our faces are just represented a lot of the time as villains or something to be afraid of, and really, we are just like you, literally a horror enjoyer. I also like the same things you do. I just have a little bit of a different face. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy. Have a good night.